Tony.
There's a break in there. Come on, break.
What's your 20, buddy?
Everton, what's yours?
Forward. What's Center City, Philadelphia, Roger?
Roger. What's the old handle?
Dollar 1, Comstock Kid, Roger.
Oh, 10-4 Comstock Kid. This is Tiny out here in Havertown. 10-4.
10-4 there, Tony. 10-4. Yes, I have the copy up there.
Oh, not too bad. Coming up here about a 10.
Alright, we have a Taiwanese Cobra 148 GTL. And this one belongs to James. James sent it in. He had recapped his own radio. And sent it in to me because he wants it aligned. Which isn't a bad idea. Whenever a radio either reaches a certain age or gets recapped, it should be aligned. Good call on James. And also he wants a Ranger style meter in here. It looks like he has put in an insert, but he prefers the Ranger style meter in there. So that's what we're going to do. I have a couple left, fortunately, so I'll be putting that in as well. Yeah, and just kind of just giving it a once-over, make sure everything is okay. So let me get this open. It's actually in really good shape. Just a little banged up there, but all in all, it's a really nice looking radio. I got a couple of screws missing in the back. I don't know if he has them, but I have plenty of those screws, so it'll be going home with a couple more screws. But anyway, let's get inside and see what's going on. Alright, so we do have a collection of different caps, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We have there's a Sprague, Nichicon, Nippon, Chemicon, I think that is, or Rubicon. Yeah, Kemet, IC. Yeah, when you get a Klondike mic kit, I use them sometimes, depending on the radio. But I usually have, as you guys know, my own little kit of caps. But there's nothing wrong with Klondike mic kit. It's probably the best kit that you could buy. But yeah, anyway, it's let's look at the foil side. And we have pretty good. Yeah, all in all, he did a good job recapping. Yeah, good job, James. Some spots, I mean, it's probably not even from him, but there's a couple of spots here and there that you can tell it's going to be a problem in the future. So, which these are, you know, once a radio reaches a certain age, you have areas where they become problematic, and this radio is no different than the rest of them. So I'll go over it with a fine-tooth comb here, as they say, and make sure that all the joints are okay, but nothing is like jumping out at me, so that's good. Yeah, let me plug her in and just make sure that she transmits and receives, and we'll take it from there. Alright, radio is receiving, it is transmitting, nothing has been clipped, which is a good thing. Meter's slightly off, not too bad. And I'm talking about on an S9. And she's a little bit deaf compared to what it could be. So I got a minus 100 on the nose. Minus 100 dBm, 12 dB of synod. So we can do a little bit better than that. I think it's just, you know, needs an alignment. That's all. I don't think anything is really wrong with it. And an LED, I would say, it's probably why it doesn't look as good as it could. There's also, yeah, it's got an incandescent in there, so we'll put along with the new meter, the Ranger meter, I'll put an LED in there for them. Make that meter really look better than that. So, alright, I'll get the meter in first, obviously. Gotta get that because it's part of the alignment, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Should be a nice, easy video. Basically, just doing this so he can, you know, so you can see his radio, make sure that you know, it was aligned. So, yeah, that's basically it for this one. Let me get the meter in, give it an alignment, and we'll do our usual tests. Well, the meter is in. Looks a little washed out, but we have bigger problems, though. Yeah, we got a bad solder joint somewhere. I think it's around this area here. I'm going to take a look around here and see if I can find something. Alright, I reflowed the whole RX chain, receive chain down there, and then pretty much this whole area here, so... yeah, we're good now. You know, sometimes it just happens. You touch something, you yourself can create a dry joint sometimes just by touching a lead and then not going back over it. You know, it happens. You have a misfire with a cap or whatever, but you know, truth be told, I can't tell, you know, if it was from a cap or whatnot, because this was there was a lot of dry joints here, so we'll chalk it up to that. But alright, let me get this thing aligned now. We're good. Alright, well, the meter's upside down. I mean, the whole radio's upside down, but trying to get in between the red and the green there for the transmit. It's a 4 watt. Okay. 4 watts. It was actually set to like 3 on the AM side, but that's also because the driver bias was a little bit low. So that's back up. Everything is aligned to the service manual. So it actually wasn't too far off on a lot of the adjustments. We got a lot more on the receive, and we can test that as well with the Sonata. And then let's see if we can get a radio check. But no limiters were clipped on this, so that's good. Sideband set at 11 to like 12 watts. Actually, we can check that out. Audio. Let me put this to PEP. Audio, 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 audio. And 13 or so. That ballpark. Alright, let me, I can actually get the cover back on, because I don't need to do anything else in here. And we can test out the receive sensitivity and get her on the antenna. Alright, it's an S9. Try to get rid of that glare with the white balance. There we go. Okay. Minus 70. Got some glare today, I guess. Let's see what we got for sensitivity. Alright, got minus 80. Minus 90, minus 100, minus 110, $11, 112. What do we got? It's 110, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's a good listening radio for sure. We got way more receive sensitivity out of it. When I first put it in, plugged her in, it was minus 100 right on the dot. So that's good. Actually, a little bit better than what I normally see with these 148s. So yeah, we're doing good. I can actually hear before I plug her on the antenna into the antenna. Why don't we just see how it sounds on the monitor radio, and then we'll do the forgot to do that with the transmit, so we'll do that now. Check one, check two, check one, check two. Audio, audio, audio. Checking out the audio on this Cobra 148 GTL that was recapped by the owner and sent in for an alignment. It got what I call a basic service. It's looking washed out, but it looks great in person. You try to... yeah. I don't know why it won't automatically stay that way, but that's how it looks. It looks really nice. Alright, well, let's put her on the antenna. Maybe we can get a radio check. Stand by, guys. There's really not much going on. It's a bunch of local idiots that they just talk on 38 lower sideband, and they just use each other's names and give out addresses of people, and I don't know, somebody pissed somebody else off, and it's been like this for a long time, but it's especially bad as of lately. Really annoying. Kind of ruins 38 lower sideband. It's this guy Roy and Church Mouse and just a bunch of nonsense, politics and stuff. It's a bunch of BS. What, everybody shift over from 9 to 5? Something I've noticed as of lately as well. I mean, there's still... you still have the Spanish people on 9, but 5 has become a hotspot too. I don't know if it always has, but... .320 in Gloucester. I just finished this Cobra 148 GTL, aligning it. Anybody out there give me a radio check by any chance? How's this thing sounding? See? This is what I mean. I think it's going to be a boring one, guys. .320 Gloucester, Massachusetts. Waving a hand. Anybody got a copy on .320 Gloucester? I guess not. Alright, I had enough of that. At some point I'll figure out the white balance on this and be able to actually show what the meter looks like. But when I set it, for some reason it goes back. But anyway, it looks great in person. Alright guys, well, that was about 4 minutes of just nothing. So, it is what it is. But, alright, well, here's your radio. You got your, let's recap here. We, no pun intended. Got the meter in. Got the whole radio aligned. What I call a basic service. He actually saved some money, doing the caps himself. We also fixed that, intermittent, receive issue, which we had some dry solder joints. We talked about, I don't know if we talked about actually preventing those, but yeah, if you have like, I think we did, if you have a misfire, you know, with, when you're pulling out a cap, just go back and, desolder what you touched, and then reflow that, there to prevent that from becoming a potential, dry solder joint, you know, so that's always a must to do when you're recapping. But it looked like the radio had, bad solder, so it had some dry joints anyway, so, but we got that fixed, and, yeah, radio's aligned, working good, sounding good. The radio was a good radio to begin with, so, yeah, I'll be sending this one back. This was, finally a nice, easy radio to do. Thanks for watching, guys.